Welcome to the Business Blast Podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner. This episode is brought to you by Authors Unite. Authors Unite provides you with the support you need to finish your book. Best part is, after you finish your book, they take care of the entire publishing and marketing process 100% for you. So, if you want to become a successful author, make sure to check out authorsunite.com. Now, let's jump into the episode. All right, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Business Blast Podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner. Today I have Tarvo Tobbi with us. He is an author, coach, and trainer. He helps people to realize their full potential and gives the tools to do that. So welcome to the show, man.
Oh, yes. Hello.
Great to have you here, man. Let's dive into the first one, Tarvo. The first one I got for you is, what is the best story from your life that has an underlying valuable message?
This is a very good question, and it has been quite many years, and I haven't really think about it, and now it's like a recall. And I remember that at the age of 10, I was diagnosed with the meningitis, and to cut the story short, it's basically you have like 10% of possibility to die or even become somehow disabled, like some kind of functions for the physical body actually start to misfunction. And when I was at the age of 25, when I started to write my first book, and I was starting to ask myself those deep meaning questions, and it came up that this event in my life actually changed me as a person very much in the years of 25 and above. And I was not wanting to admit that I have had this kind of disease and going through this difficulties, because I learned to walk again like second time in my life at the age of 10, and I also lost my memory at the time. But actually now it's everything is well on track, but I learned the valuable message underneath is that we as men has taught to be strong, and we need to be strong. But at the age of 25, I looked at this is something that I have gone through, and I was not leading this as a big event in my life, but after going through every step by step, I was discovering that there is so many things that has the possibility to go wrong, but actually they didn't, and I was turning out okay, and I'm very healthy in today. But I understood that like this was a misfortune, but actually it was a fortune, and I was afraid to people to let them know. It was the first and biggest challenge in my first book to actually wrote this story out and to be vulnerable. And actually I understand the valuable message behind this was to redefine my own story. And all of us actually have this possibility to redefine our stories and not to be afraid of opening yourself up to the people and to the message what's underneath that.
And what is
yes.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us, man. Yeah, no, for real. The next one I have for you is, what is the most valuable piece of information we should know that's within your expertise or industry?
This is really a hard question, but to be very precise and practical, you need to know who you are and who you are not. It's very ancient yogic philosophy, which says that there is only one subject and there is a whole infinitive number of objects, like not only objects outside of your physical body, but also inside of your physical body, like thoughts and emotions, and they are always changing. So we need to know who we are and who we are not. So this is I believe, the most important message.
Mm. And if you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would that be?
First, definitely invest in yourself in time-wise and learn the subjects that you are interested in. Second one, I believe, will be invest in your people, like in your relationship, and as a business owner as well, invest in your people, in your team, in your business. It gives dividends behind your imaginal measures, and invest into scalable infrastructure as well. So these are like the main three things that I was seeing will give the meaning to your actions and overall mankind as well. So, yeah.
And in your opinion, what is the key to happiness?
It actually relates to the second question, to know who you are and who you are not. So I believe that's short, but it's sharp and it's precise.
And what is the best book that you've read, and what was the number one thing you learned from that?
This was actually also number one book what got promoted from Steve Jobs, and it was Yoga Autobiography. And like the one thing it was so changing my mindset and so changing my perceptions of things. And I learned that letting go of things that I know. So abstract, but still letting go the concepts that I was thinking it was true, but actually looking deeper, they weren't.
And what is your favorite quote and why?
I have a teacher, like in a spiritual center, and he has this very clear understanding as well, and he has a quote that all problems becomes from not knowing who you are, and it comes from my teacher Ingvar Villido, and it has this understanding as well that you need to know who you are and who you are not. Knowing your true self will actually gives the possibility for you to change things for the better. Yes.
Dude, thank you so much for coming on. The last one I have for you before we let you go is, where is the best place for people to find you online?
Best place for finding me online is actually my homepage, which is tarvotobbi.com, or another way is just to write me, tarvo@tarvotobbi.com.
Perfect, man. Thanks again for joining us.
Oh, yeah. You're welcome. It was a pleasure for me as well.
The podcast you just heard was published with Anchor. Got something you want to say to the creator of this show? Send them a voice message using the Anchor app, free for iOS and Android.